I love and admire my father, and I'm his namesake, and I've often said I'm not sure if he should win the Greatest Father of the Year award or he who has contributed to the delinquency of a minor. So the first time I broke the law at my father's bequest, I'm in high school. Him and Eddie are doing time together in Milan from the original case in the 70s. And I'm up in Milan visiting him, so I'm like a junior in high school. So I was old enough to drive. So I was 16. Eddie Jr. is 18 months younger than me, so he couldn't drive. And my father says to me, we get up from the table for my mom and sister and eat. We're at like the vending machines in the visiting room. And he says, Eddie baby going to be talking to you and he's going to need you to do him a favor. I didn't think no more of it, right? And so that next day, so we used to go visit Pops on Sundays. So that next Monday, I catch up with Eddie Jr. And he was like, your Pops talk to you? And I said, yeah, he just said something about you was going to ask me to do a favor. And Eddie Jr. went on to explain that his father had asked my father to drive Eddie Jr. up, that we were going to do a visit, a 4-man visit. Me and Eddie baby would go visit my pop and his pop, and that we needed to smuggle some marijuana into Milan Federal Prison. And so Eddie put the weed in some balloons, and I drove him up there, and I knew exactly what was going on. He had the weed on and not me. And we had been visiting our fathers in federal prison, so we knew, make sure you don't have a belt on, no change, nothing metal. It's a pretty, Milan, I think, was mid or low level, but at that point, it was nothing like visiting Atlanta. It was a pretty much more security at the airport than there was in Milan as far as going to visit somebody. If you didn't have anything metal, the metal detector wouldn't go off. There's just no reason at all to get searched. So we were very confident that it would be that the point of would be the transfer at the point where we have to get to the table and transfer them. And Eddie Jr. has to actually hand his father the marijuana in the balloons, which his father will then swallow.